Okay, so phosphoenatoin is basically a water-soluble prodrug of phenytoin. Almost all the features are similar to phenytoin because it gets converted in the body to phenytoin. Only thing is its advantages is in the dosing. It is a water-soluble compound and hence it doesn't cause a lot of adverse effects as they are occurring with the IV phenytoin. It's useful in status epilepticus, can be injected with saline and glucose. It is rapidly converted to phenytoin in the body. Only minor vascular complications are seen, however, requires ECG monitoring. So still, whatever said and done is this safety is better than phenytoin. It still requires ECG monitoring. Carbamazepine, Tegretol. Carbamazepine chemically related to imipramine, trigeminal neuralgia, lithium-like action, mood stabilizer. It's useful as a mood stabilizer. Resembles phenytoin in pharmacological actions. Unlike phenytoin, inhibits kindling, modifies electroshock seizures, and raises threshold to PTZ and electroshock. PTZ is a chemical. It's a model, it's an animal model wherein PTZ is administered intraperitoneally to rats and mice. So within few minutes, the drug will be absorbed and it reaches the brain and it causes the seizures. Any drug which prevents the seizures caused by PTZ, they are known to be useful in absence seizures. And any drug which known to prevent the electroshock induced seizures in animals is known to be useful in generalized tonic-clonic seizure. So electroshock, generalized tonic-clonic seizure, PTZ, absence seizure. So unlike phenytoin, carbamazepine inhibits kindling. Kindling means generation of the seizures, modifies electroshock seizures, and raises threshold to PTZ and electroshock. Mechanism of action stabilizes sodium channel, voltage gated, inactivated state, and less excitability. Okay, so this also stabilizes the sodium channel like phenytoin. Phenytoin carbamazepine stabilizes the sodium channel. And in addition, carbamazepine potentiates the GABA receptor. That's a dual action by carbamazepine. Carbamazepine, poorly water soluble and oral absorption is low. 75% is bound to plasma protein, metabolized in liver. Active 10 to 11 epoxy carbamazepine. Substrate and inducer of cytochrome P3A4, cytochrome 3A4. It's both substrate and inducer of cytochrome 3A4. Half-life 20 to 40 hours. Decreases afterwards due to induction. Carbamazepine, that's the basic pharmacokinetic characteristics. Adverse effects, autoinduction of metabolism, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and visual disturbances, hypersensitivity reactions like rash, photosensitivity, hepatitis, granulocyte suppression, and aplastic anemia, ADH action, enhancement, hyponatremia and water retention, teratogenicity, exacerbates absence seizures. Uses complex partial seizure, generalized tonic-clonic seizure, and simple partial seizure, trigeminal and related neuralgias, maniac depressive illness, and acute mania. Available as 100 milligram, 200 and 400 milligram tablets and as syrup. Carbamazepine syrup, most probably it is preferred in young children or in those who are unable to swallow tablet, but they can orally manage. In such patients, that is the old age patients, carbamazepine syrup is also useful. Interactions, enzyme inducer reduce efficacy of oral contraceptives and others. Metabolism is induced by phenobarbital, phenytoin, and valproate. It inhibits its metabolism, isoniazid, and erythromycin. Oxcarbazepine. Oxcarbamazepine. Oxcarbamazepine is a newer congener of carbamazepine, rapidly converted to an active metabolite. Toxic effects due to epoxide metabolite are avoided. Drug interactions and autoinduction of own metabolism is less marked. That is seen more with the carbamazepine. Drug interaction and autoinduction of own metabolism is less marked with oxcarbazepine. Risk of hepatotoxicity is estimated to be lower than carbamazepine. Risk of hyponatremia is more. Overall, better tolerated. Eslicarbazepine. Eslicarbazepine is an S-isomer enantiomer prodrug, very rapidly converted in the liver to active metabolite oxcarbazepine. Some therapeutic and toxic effects of oxcarbazepine of the eslicarbazepine, however, suitable for once daily dosing. So this is all similar to the oxcarbazepine, but however, it is suitable for once a daily dosing. Use an add-on drug for partial seizure with or without generalization in adults only. Eslicarbazepine, adults only. Ethosuximide. Ethosuximide is a drug of choice for absence seizures. It does not modify maximal electroshock seizure or inhibit kindling. High efficacy and safety. Not plasma protein or fat binding. Mechanism of action involves reducing low threshold calcium channel current in thalamus. Okay, so mechanism of action involves reducing low threshold calcium channel current in thalamus. Ethosuximide and sodium valproate, these are the only two drugs. They are useful in absence seizure and in reducing the T type of the channel, T type of calcium channel. At high concentrations, inhibits sodium potassium ATPase also. It depresses cerebral metabolic rate, potentiates GABA. Finsuximide is less effective, methosuximide is more toxic. So those are the two more congeners of ethosuximide, which are of only historical interest. They are no more used now. Even in fact, ethosuximide is rarely used in children. What the drug that is used is valproate, valproic acid. Fensuximide, methosuximide, they are just congeners of ethosuximide. Toxicity of the ethosuximide, gastric distress, including pain, nausea, vomiting, lethargy and fatigue, mood changes, headache, inability to concentrate, hiccups, euphoria, skin rashes. These are the problems. Doses is 20 to 30 milligrams per day per kg. Available as both syrups and capsules. That is about ethosuximide. Valproic acid or valproate, it's a broad spectrum anticonvulsant. Note that valproic acid is the only broad spectrum anticonvulsant. It affects on the chronic experimental seizures and kindling, potent blocker of the PTZ seizure, effective in partial and generalized tonic-clonic seizures and absence seizures. Mechanism: sodium channel inactivation, calcium-mediated T current attenuation. Multiple mechanisms are there for the sodium valproate. Sodium channel inactivation, thereby it is useful in generalized tonic-clonic seizures. Calcium-mediated T current attenuation, thereby it is useful in absence seizures. Inhibition of GABA transaminase, thereby it is useful in generalized tonic-clonic seizures. Pharmacokinetics, well absorbed orally, 90% bound to plasma protein and completely metabolized in the liver and excreted in urine. T half is 10 to 15 hours. Elevated liver enzymes rise in serum transaminase. Elevated liver enzymes, rise in serum transaminase, nausea and vomiting, abdominal pain and heartburn, tremor, hair loss, weight gain, idiosyncratic hepatotoxicity. In girls, polycystic ovarian disease and menstrual irregularities, negative interactions with other antiepileptics, teratogenicity, spina bifida. Drug interactions, valproate and carbamazepine induce each other metabolism, inhibits phenobarbital metabolism and increases plasma level, displaces phenytoin from protein binding sites and thereby decreases its metabolism, phenytoin toxicity. Available as tablets 200, 300, 500 and syrup and injections. With this, we stop here for the phase 1 of the anti-epileptic drugs. I repeat, epilepsy is a disorder of the brain wherein the seizures can be generalized seizure or partial seizures. Generalized seizures can be again classified into generalized tonic-clonic, atonic, tonic, or absence seizures. And partial seizures can be classified as simple partial and complex partial seizures. Most of the time, seizures are associated with psychiatric symptoms like depression, melancholy, and other things. The main mechanism of action of the anti-epileptic drugs are: number one, prolongation of the inactive state of the sodium channel, enhancement of the GABA-mediated chloride activity, and blockage of the T type of calcium currents. These are the three main mechanisms of the anti-epileptic activity. Now coming to phenobarbital, that is the first and the foremost drug that came out as anti-epileptic. This phenobarbital acts via enhancing the GABA-mediated chloride current. GABA-mediated chloride current. There are many adverse effects with phenobarbital, and that's why it is not of much use clinically. Next comes phenytoin. Phenytoin, fairly useful in suppressing maintenance of the generalized tonic-clonic seizure. So for the chronic long-term administration, it can be given. It is not much useful in acute conditions. However, there are two broad sets of the adverse effects that occur with the phenytoin. Number one, with the normal dose on prolonged administration, it can cause hypersensitivity reactions, gum hypertrophy, gingival hyperplasia, and learning and memory kind of disturbances. While heavy dosages within short duration can cause cerebellar ataxia and other motor disturbances. That was about the phenytoin. There is one particular rare condition called fetal hydantoin syndrome, wherein if the mother was given phenytoin for a long period, the child manifests with cleft lip, cleft palate, very thin hair, epicanthal folds, low laying nasal bridge. These are the abnormalities that are seen. Mental retardation and all. That was phenytoin. Then fosphenytoin came, which is a water-soluble variant of this phenytoin. So it is known to cause much less adverse effects on IV administration because it can be mixed with both saline as well as the glucose and can be given intravenously. Therefore, it is of much use compared to phenytoin. This fosphenytoin, when administered intravenously, may not cause that much of the adverse effects, but however, ECG monitoring is still a must. You need to monitor the ECG still. That is about the fosphenytoin. But the vascular adverse effects like the vascular necrosis, extravasation, limb injury, those things are not seen with fosphenytoin. That's a major advantage. Phenytoin, phenytoin, phenobarbital over then carbamazepine. Carbamazepine can be given for children, both generalized tonic-clonic as well as absence seizures can be given because it acts on both mechanisms, carbamazepine, sodium channel inactivation as well as the chloride conduction acts. Therefore, the carbamazepine can be used. However, it induces its own metabolism, carbamazepine, which is associated with a lot of drug interactions. Therefore, Eslicarbamazepine, oxcarbamazepine are the congeners, which are much better tolerated, much lesser adverse effects. Therefore, they are used. Oxcarbazepine and eslicarbazepine. Next is ethosuximide. Ethosuximide is the drug which acts by blocking the T type of calcium current. Therefore, it is useful in absence seizures. That's one of the drug. And then sodium valproate also blocks the T type of calcium current. Therefore, these two drugs are critically useful in absence seizure. Which are the two drugs? Ethosuximide and sodium valproate. Okay, they are useful in this one. And lastly, sodium valproate. Sodium valproate acts through multiple mechanisms. Number one, sodium. It acts on the sodium channels. It acts on the GABA-mediated chloride channels, and it acts on the T-type of the calcium channel. Therefore, sodium valproate is useful in generalized tonic-clonic seizure, absence seizure, and in partial seizures. So with this, we conclude part 1. Part 2, some more drugs we will see, and then management of the epilepsy we will see. Any doubts, any clarifications? Anything is not clear? Yes. Anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. Others? There should be yes or no. Social responsible behaviors. Okay, fine. So if you have no doubts, please go and study them once. Okay, then you can convert it into a long-term memory, right? Okay, take care. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.